Hello everyone and welcome back to Football Manager 2021, and today we're doing a quick tactic video. I've had a few comments asking about the tactic being used on my Newcastle series. It's already led me to the top of the table with a team threatened by relegation after just 6 or 7 games. If you watched my FM2020 Glory Hunter series, you will have seen that this tactic also carried me to consecutive league titles, consecutive Champions League titles across all the nations in Europe. So it's a brilliant tactic, and it seems to work just as well in Football Manager 2021 as it did last year. So if you're looking for an early tactic for your new series, this is the one to go for. I will say up front, it is not my tactic. I didn't design it. It's one that's made available online, and I'll drop a link down below. I am not a natural tactic designer. Instead, I like to find the best tactics made out there in the world and bring them to my series and to my team. So this tactic is the Concerto. I'm using the left inverted winger version. There is also a right inverted winger version, so you'll see that it works on the basis of a sort of slant in the team. So you have an inverted winger cutting in from the left, but you have a wing back on the right supporting the winger in midfield. So it gives you a little bit of a kind of overlap while also cutting in through the middle. So all your firepower is driven down one side of the pitch with the advanced forward and the false 9 as well. I find this tactic is better than any other tactic I use, even if I don't have the players to fit the system. I like to use this tactic right out the gate and then bring players in that fit the roles, fit the system, and they develop over time. Or you can retrain people into the roles. But you can download the tactic using the link down below. It will work in FM 2021, even if it says it's an FM20 tactic. You can copy your tactics across, so link to that down below. But if you want to build it yourself, you can see on the screen it's a 4-2-2-2 or a 4-4-2, however you want to think about it, 4-2-4, up to you, that uses an advanced forward in attack, a false 9 in support, inverted winger in attack, winger in support, box-to-box midfielder, an advanced playmaker in support with a full-back in support, 2 central defenders in defensive mindset, a wing-back in attacking, and a goalkeeper in defensive. It starts out on an attacking mentality. If you find you're a goal or two ahead and a little bit worried about the lead, you can drop it back so that you have a cautious mentality. In the last 5 minutes, you can go to a defensive mentality. The stats here on in position, you stay fairly wide, pass into space. You can see it's all about the overlap in the tactic. You've got slightly more direct, higher tempo, never time waste. Obviously you can adapt that depending on the game and how you're going along. Final third, it's low crosses. You want to hit the early crosses, work the ball into the box, and midfielders shoot on sight. Fans of my series will know Sean Longstaff, 4 goals in his first 5 games with that shoot on sight option. You also want to run at the defence, which is great with players like Sam Maxman and Ryan Fraser. When you're in transition, counter press, counter, distribute to fullbacks and throw it long are your main options. You can pause the screen at any point if this is going too quick. Use the offside trap. You're playing really high lines. Defensive line can sometimes be an issue, but it's a price worth paying. You are using the offside trap, so occasionally you'll get balls in behind. Quite often they'll be called back by VAR for being offside, but you will concede goals to balls over the top. So you just want to be aware of that. It helps to have pacey defenders if you can bring them in. That will help cut the number of goals you can see with balls over the top. But you want to get stuck in as well. You'll pick up a lot of yellow cards. Just use individual instructions on players when they get booked, especially the midfielders and fullbacks. If they get booked, tell them to stay on their feet, not get stuck in, using the individual instructions. But yeah, use tight marking, prevent short goalkeeper distribution. It's a high press. Custom Gegenpress is the name on here. And if we also look at the player instructions, there are individual instructions here for each of the players. I won't talk through them all, but feel free to pause the screen if you're having trouble downloading the tactic, and you can see the individual instructions for each of the players. It quite naturally fits with what we're going for. It's Gegenpress, pass short, going for the overload. You can have dribble more, run wide with the ball, attack the defenders. It's all about that overload on the right and dominating down that right side of the flank. Obviously on the left side, It's about cutting inside, getting further forward. So no major surprises there. I don't tend to use opposition instructions. Obviously, if you've got individual players causing you problems through a match, you're going to want to react to that. A lot of Football Manager is reacting to what's happening on the pitch. So make sure that you're reading the game, occasionally listening to your assistant manager as the information pops up in the dugout. But you will find that you'll have a great run of results. Pre-season didn't go well for me. Part of that is the players not being used to the tactic, but if you look at how we've done since the campaign kicked off, it's been a fantastic start to the season, and I know it's going to continue. We should have won the game against Everton. Part of that was me using the wrong instructions in the game, which allowed Everton back in, and also my players missing a whole host of chances. We also had a 2-0 lead against Leeds, which we threw away late on. I didn't change to the counter, I stayed on attacking, and it cost me the game. So the tactic works brilliantly. You just have to know how to manage it through each and every game. If you have any comments, let me know down below. Any questions as well, and I'm happy to answer them. As I said, link down below if you want to go and check it out. Drop a like on the video though, and make sure to subscribe if you're new to the channel and this tactic works well for you. Let me know in the comments how you get on with it. But until next time, see ya.